Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Undercover ET UK. And first and foremost, thank you so much for all the support. 969 subscribers. We're nearly at the 1,000 mark, and there's still plenty to go. So thank you so much. Look, I'm not an entertainer, so you guys just must have a genuine interest in this topic, which means you're subscribing, and that sends a message loud and clear to anyone who's watching that may be part of the control group. You're no longer in control, pals. Let me tell you. The world's waking up, and we're doing it pretty fast, and things are happening. So, yeah, please carry on, continue with the support. If you want disclosure to come out, if you want to support the footage coming in from the public, support the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny, and I promise you it'll be worth every moment as we are heading into the biggest historic event in the history of our being. So, yeah, get involved, folks. Why not? Good time to be alive. Right, we've got some interesting footage today coming out of Australia, and it wasn't sent in, it was on the TV. So if anyone's fans of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, I'm going to show you a clip from them today. The UAP actually tagged Dean. If anyone knows it, has been watching the show, I'm not sure of the surname of Dean. I haven't been watching it, to be honest with you. The clip was actually, I was made aware from Alex in Surrey, actually. He sent me a screen snippet of the UAP. Sharp eyes, Alex, mate. Well done, bud. And, you know, I've looked at it, and yeah, it seems that Dean, whoever Dean is, the contestant on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, he got tagged by the UAP not once, but 2 or 3 times. Insane, folks, insane. So we're going to look at that, but first off, we're going to start off with Latchkey Hustle. So John stepped out of his house yesterday and noticed this in the sky, so he ran in, grabbed his phone, started recording. And yeah, I mean, you can see it's just a massive object in the sky that's really, really bright, and it looks almost triangular in shape, and that's all we've got, folks, from it, really. It goes into the distance, obviously starts to lose its brightness, and pretty much continues until it's gone, to be honest with you. If I'm right in saying you're, what, 50 miles away from Robert over in Marina del Rey, is that right? Let me know in the comments, John, exactly where you are. But here's the thing, like, this is blatantly not a craft. I mean, it's too big, and John B at Latchkey Hustle, he knows what he's looking for, folks, when it comes to this sort of thing. So in my opinion, based on who this has come from, this is totally anomalous. This is something unexplainable, and this, again, we're seeing these lights in the sky all over the place at the moment. Okay, so for this to happen yesterday to John B of all people, I'm totally intrigued as to what's going on in the world. RAF bases being, you could call it, orbed up. They're getting orbs, these craft, whatever they are, the triangular shapes that they're forming, these things are showing up in multiple places all around the world, and John captured his own last night. Now, it's not triangular, but it is a bright, well, it is triangular, but the whole light is triangular, from the way he described it to me. It's slightly different to the 3 lights, the 3 triangular lights that form the triangle shape. You know, it's one whole body. So don't know what you saw there, John boy, but I like it, mate. I like it. I'm trying to just mess with the... There you go. You can see how bright it's emitting from the centre. It's incredible. Whatever it is, these orbs, these bright lights that we're seeing in the sky at the moment, they are intense. And thank you so much, John, for sending this in. I know it's not much, like it's not zipping around the sky or doing anything like that, but it's still an interesting one, mate. You can't really go wrong with a clip like that. So well done for sending that in and for jumping on your camera as quickly as you did. And keep doing what you're doing on your channel, mate. For anyone who hasn't, get over to Latchkey Hustle and give the man some support. Thanks very much, John. Appreciate it. Right, we'll quickly do this one as well. Custodian file. Robert at Custodian file sent this in to me, and it's a Fox News helicopter that gets tagged by a UAP. Look, and this is classic Robert Shape Dragon UAP filming. You can see the date there, November 5th, 2024. So really recent. And you can see how slow he's had to get this down. Look, you can see the helicopter blades turning, and this thing is just travelling through the sky. So you can see the difference in speed, can't you, folks? You know, you speed that up to real time and you don't really see the Dragon UAP at all. There's the third tag in. Insane. Insane. There's the real time. It's barely noticeable, right? And that right there at the end, it just shows you it's a Fox News helicopter, tagged, signed, sealed, delivered, and God knows how many thousands of those have been tagged in your area, right, Robert? It's getting insane now. Okay, on to North Yorkshire UAP. Now this was sent in by Raymond Trevina. Again, hope I haven't hashed that one. Great YouTube channel, thank you very much. I have a video for you which consists of some still shots to begin with, the video itself, and then zoomed in clip all stitched together. Don't know if you've heard of a guy called Paul Askoff. I haven't heard of a guy called Paul Askoff, but he's a UFP witness. He's wrote a book on his encounters. I sent him my video and he says it's one of the best he's seen. Interesting. I have had a look at your video, of course I have, and I've sent it. I've now said that I'm going to put it on the channel tonight. And this is the object that you have in question, my friend, yeah? Let's watch it from the beginning, folks. There's no sound to it. So this is the object that he's talking about, this white orb, and it seems that he's seen this thing in several places, right? And we've seen these sort of things time and time again. Now we're going to get into a video now, and I'll just show you it in real time, and then we're going to go through what I found. It seems that you're really focused in on this white object, and I always look for something else, because I always say it, they're never alone, right? And if you can find something else that matches what we see, then you know it's legit. And I know this is legit, and for those that have done the research, you've just seen it, you're probably going, yeah, that's the one we're looking for. You're right. You are right, and it appears a couple of times actually. So that's a cracking shot, and I appreciate how hard it is to really hold your hand steady when you're filming, especially if it's windy or cold and that. It becomes difficult. So I appreciate how hard it is to capture, especially when you're having your oh shit moment, because you're in even more shock at that point. You can't really just go, look, okay, and suddenly have 100% focus about everything you're doing, because you're in actual shock. You know, especially if it's your first capture. So let's just go over what I've noticed, folks, in the video. I'm not sure if anyone picked up on anything, but I did. So yeah, it is a bit jerky. We've just got to be careful when we're analysing things like this, because I like to just randomly stop it at times, because if anything does come through the screen and moves, I'm more than likely I'll catch it and stop it in a good moment than if I just let it run and try and stop it as I see it. So I mean, at the moment this is a fairly stationary object, right? I think everyone will agree. It looks like it's just up there. Now, this is where we need to start slowing her down. Boom! Dragon UAP flies right past, and we've seen so many like it, folks. And I always say that these wing-like looking plasma jets, electro-charged, whatever they are, jets, they always come from the front of the bug. Okay, so they're never actually lined up where the wings should be. It always comes from the direction that the bug is flying into. So essentially the front of whatever this is. So yeah, Robert Shape calls them Dragon UAP. to be honest, a lot of people are starting to call them Dragon UAP, and the only time I call them something different is when they look like hockey pucks, and you'll see plenty of them on my channel. So there we have it. There's our Dragon UAP. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Super fast. Extremely hard to find it. Extremely hard to get any kind of idea. You know, you wouldn't even think it was anything, folks. Yeah, you just wouldn't think it was anything. So let's go. Let's see what we get. There we are. And you can see why I call it hockey puck, because when they're closer up, they really do resemble a hockey puck. And this is more of this hue that we're seeing. So let me just explain this a little bit. This here is what I call the hockey puck. Everything else, this hue around it here, all this plasma, this is not part of the object, folks. This is just where it's going, A, going really fast, and B, where the plasma is spewing out all this energy. So this is what we're seeing. This is what we're seeing all the time, and they are crazy fast, folks. This one may even have a saucer connected to it or something. And I know it sounds crazy, but these things can split off into two. And I've seen them change size, seen them morphing in the sky, all sorts. Honestly. And for anyone who's new to the channel thinking, this guy's absolutely nuts. Look, I'm way past the point of, are these things real? Way past that point. I'm totally now all for just finding out what the hell they are. Because I'm just like you guys, you know, I've got kids, they all live on this island that we call Great Britain. And these things are flying above our heads. Potentially can hear everything. Absolutely everything. Can see everything. You know? That's a big concern for me. I really don't accept it. I really don't accept it. And it's part of the reason why I started the channel. There's multiple reasons, but that's one of them. Alright, let's get an enhancement out of this and carry on. This is epic though. Boom. Absolutely amazing. And I do that, and I won't cut any of the process out here that I've done. I mean, apart from just loading the file up, because I want people to see what I'm doing to generate the images that I am, and show you folks that I'm not adding anything. I'm just taking the image that I'm getting raw and blowing it up for everyone to see. So first of all, Dragon UAP, it actually tags you, my man. It tags you. I think it gets shot out from this white object because it knows it's being recorded by you, first of all, and then it tags you to see what you're doing. It's reconning you, mate. This is what we see time and time again, and there would only be one reason for them sending this object out to you, mate, and it would be to inspect what you're doing. And you know, unless you're receiving that Sunday roast invitation, that's exactly what they're doing, folks. And look, it's probably got eyes on you. Honestly, like, I can't really make out what this is, and if I enhanced it, we would lose some of this whiteness. But yeah, mate, it's college-y. It's college-y. There it goes. And again, because the camera's not quite so still, it's quite difficult to see, but I'm capturing objects that this thing's firing out, and I think it's these Dragon UAP, and this is why I call them recon vehicles, because these white objects, and I've always said this, and we've seen something similar in Wales, these white objects pretty much dictate what happens in the sky. These things, in my opinion, have superior power over most things in our skies, if not everything. They control the recons. They can go invisible, and I've seen all the evidence. I've seen them controlling, like either controlling or using or whatever, but looked like a portal to me in the sky. And one of these things were right in the middle of it all, and it was surrounded by these Dragon UAP and orbs and all sorts of things. It almost looked like, don't want to say it, but it almost looked like a fairy. It looked like like one of the Fae or something. And the way it was shooting out these orbs, it was almost like it was just like a wand out of Harry Potter. It was crazy. It's honestly, I know it sounds insane, but this whole subject is insane. And I didn't think I'd be here a year ago, but I am. There's another dragon show or a saucer. Can't tell. Let's see if I can get a stop on it. God, it's quick. It's only a. I don't think we're going to get much on it, but it's there and it shows. There you go. Yeah, so it's still reconning you. Stupidly fast speeds. I'm fairly. It's very hard to make out, folks, but I'm fairly confident this thing is shooting out these objects. Where not loads, but a few in several directions, and they're doing their thing. They're reconning whatever. We might get something here where you've zoomed in. This is still slowed down, folks, so I'm just going to keep it like this. Well, I may just speed it up to 75. Just let's see. I wonder, excuse me, I wonder how many of you are out there now going, bloody hell, I've seen something like this before, but I didn't think much of it. They're really good at concealing themselves, guys, really, really good. They've got no issues with just hiding right under your nose. It's very brazen, to be honest with you, very, very brazen, and these things are, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, they're part mechanical, I think. Part mechanical, part biological, and they're very, very clever. So, yeah, thank you so much for your email, Raymond. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the clip. Right, on to I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. Now, Alex sent me this last night, and he was like, oh, just catching up on I'm a Celebrity, and look, check this out. And as soon as I saw it, I wasn't surprised, okay, because of all the footage we've been getting in from Maggie and all the sightings that are coming out in Australia anyway. I wasn't surprised at all, but then I was kind of like, wow, you're trying to like go back to normality and just watch a bit of TV, and they're still there in front of you, Alex. Like, this subject isn't going away, mate. It's just not leaving us alone, is it? But this was an episode, I think it was 5 days ago, yeah, so it must have been Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. Anyway, if you look through the video and you can see here there's a Dragon UAP. It actually tags Dean McCullough, I think it is, during a task that he's got to do. So, and this is not the only one, folks. This is not the only one. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go into my folders and show you what I found. Alright, this is what I found, folks. So, as you can see, we've got this really did resemble a butterfly, and I thought it was at first, but this Dragon UAP is following. As you can see, it's got the hockey puck look, and it shoots off extremely fast in this direction. This is insane, absolutely insane, folks. Another dragon here. And it's time-stamped. If you go to the video, it's time-stamped. This one's time-stamped at 3 minutes 51. And generally, it's when you're looking up at the sky that you're seeing these things. Okay? It's clear as day. Clear as you like. Dragon UFO. Now, just as this one on the right-hand side zips up past this tree, this orb comes down past the lens extremely fast. And I'm thinking it's part of the whole thing, and it's not just your out of focus bug. It's seriously quick, and it kind of follows what's going on with this thing here. So again, look at the timestamp, 3:52, and the previous one 3:51. So 1 second apart, and I think it's even half a second apart. Okay. This one, right? So it's barely noticeable, right? Look at this UAP here. And if you look at the clip, you know, if you go back through the clip, you realise that it is a UAP because it darts off really fast, and it appears up here. And that's the thumbnail, folks. That's the main. Yeah. Insane, huh? I'm a celebrity. UFOs. Who would have thought it? Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, folks. All the best. Take care, and like and subscribe to the channel as always, and thank you so much for all your support. It's absolutely free to do, and it helps me massively, so thank you. All the best. Take care, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye for now.